Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we are here for the finale of the Apothecary Diaries Season 2. This season has been incredible. I think it was a huge step up. Well, I won't say a huge step up, but definitely a step up from Season 1 for me. I love Season 1. I mean, you guys probably watched my reactions. I really enjoyed Season 1, but I also don't think it was, like, the best show ever, which a lot of people said, like, acted or treated like it was, which I'm not saying your opinion is wrong. I mean, it was a great show. It just did not hit as hard for me as I think it probably did for a lot of other people. But Season 2 has. I will come in right now and say Season 2 absolutely has. Season 2, especially the second arc and the way it's brought in mysteries from the beginning of the show. Mysteries from the beginning of Season 2. Mysteries from all the way in Season 1. Everything has come together for this one major arc here, and it has slapped so fucking hard. I was a little confused last episode because it was kind of information overload, but you guys said it was kind of similar in the light novel too, where a ton of information. I don't know why I'm fucking throwing cash at you, but a ton of information got chilled out all at once, and yeah, it was a lot to comprehend, but I got the general idea of things going on. Just some more minor details I maybe didn't understand. And honestly, there was kind of mixed comments. A lot of you, I'm not going to talk about it too much. I've already addressed what I needed to in the last episode, but honestly, there was mixed comments. A lot of people were saying different things about last episode, so I don't really know what's confirmed truth or not, but the bottom line is the She-Hulk Shu clan, or the She clan, is completely done. The clan is officially over, and Shisui, we know for sure Shinmei and Mr. Shisho are dead, but I don't know about Shisui. I'm gonna be honest. There's just so many weird things that went on last episode during her sacrifice. She did get shot. There was blood that came down her arm, but the one that hit her in the chest, there was no blood. We literally saw blood come down her arm, and I think you could see she got shot in the leg too. But like the one in her chest, not an ounce of blood came out, and it was almost as if she had like a bulletproof vest on or something. I don't know. That might just be me coping, but a lot of other people shared the same sentiment that was a bit odd. But the scene was gorgeous. It was definitely the best animated scene of Season 2, possibly the entire show. It looked incredible, her dancing, and just kind of this big final show as the She clan collapses, and so many of the like more subtle details and things like that, like her scratching Jinshi's face as a blemish that he's not perfect, and also like one last wound from the She clan on the Empire, and as a reminder that they existed and that they were there, and the sacrifices that people like Shisui made to save the Empire. Because in reality, people like Shisho, people like Shisui within the She clan who stopped and thwarted Shinmei, they are the reason the Empire wasn't taken over. And she, like, apparently someone clarified that the note that Shisui gave Jinshi had all the things that could have happened to the Empire, the Rear Palace, the Empire as a whole, things like that, plans that they had in place. She gave them to him as what could have happened, and yeah, all in all, so like I said, I wasn't gonna get into it, but I already am. Peak episode last week. Like I said, a lot of the more minute details and a lot of the more minute symbolism I understand now. I put a lot of notes in the after episode discussion, or just like notes during editing as well, kind of clarifying some things that I since understood since I watched the episode. But overall, thank you guys for the very sweet comments. It's just kind of so like I guess it was like, don't be too hard on myself, because I actually did a pretty decent job of understanding what was going on. So thank you guys for those comments. Those are very nice. And yeah, I'm so here for the finale. Let's go ahead and hop right into this. I don't know where we're gonna go from here. Shisui very well might actually be dead. I'm not entirely sure, but at the end of the episode, there was that guard who came back, and he saw a glimmer, which I do have to wonder if that glimmer was Jinshi's hairpin, because Shisui had that in her chest area. But also, I don't know if that would be enough to stop a gunshot. If that somehow worked, that hairpin was tucked in there and the gunshot hit like right on the only part that'd be wide enough for it would be the top part of the hairpin, where there was like an extension bit. Maybe it could have hit that and not actually done damage to her. I don't know. I'm coping. Let me cope. But yeah, that hairpin was in a bush. So we'll see what that leads to. At least I think that was a hairpin. There was a glint of metal or something. I don't know what else it would be besides the hairpin. But yeah, also, if Shisui was alive, I don't think it's impossible, because if she fell down, she fell like 2 stories, but she fell into super deep snow. And I mean, I haven't fallen from a high height into snow, but as far as I understand, it cushions her fall a ton. So if she fell, who's to say? All I'm gonna say is there's some interesting dialogue as well. That in and of itself is suspicious. The no blood coming out of her chest, the fact that she specifically fell backwards into like some deep snow, and then also Jinchi has a line at the end of the episode where he says something like, that was the last time I ever saw Lolon. Specifically Lolon. This show is very sometimes picky and choosy with its dialogue. Who the hell's to say he doesn't mean he never saw Lolon again, but he did see Shisui? Like the Lolon is dead, in the same way that Lolon was asking Jinchi to let people who had cast aside the Shi clan name, who had died once, live again. To not pursue people who were ousted by Shinmei, because the Shi clan was a very loyal clan to the Emperor and the Empire. They were a very loyal clan, but Shinmei took them and destroyed it, got rid of anyone with rational thought, ousted them from the clan, and did her own plans and just let the rot build up within the Shi clan. So Lolon was practically begging, like, people who weren't involved and people who were ousted because they tried to stop her, please do not go after them. They have died already. That's the kind of that's the loophole that Shisui is going for, is if they have died, you can't kill them. That's the loophole that she's going to try and go through to get Jinchi to approach that loophole as well, in saying that these people have already died. They've cast aside their clan names. They've already died. So there's no need to kill you. You can't kill them now. They're already dead. Kind of that approach. So you don't actually so he won't actually have to kill them. But we'll see how this all plays out in this episode. I've been talking for 7 minutes now. I said I wasn't going to talk that much about it, but I ended up doing it anyway. So yeah, let's get into this. I'm so excited for this finale. But per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So feel free to check out either of those of your own will. Now, further ado, up straight into the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 24. Anyway, I don't think I finished my thought. I was basically saying, like, to say all that about, like, the people who are already dead was, one, to save, like, her sister, to save Suide, and to save other people of the Shi clan who were actually loyal to the Empire, to save their lives. But who's to say it wasn't supposed to save her own? I don't know. I'm not full, until I see a body, I'm not convinced she died. And because Jinchi saying he never sees Lolon again implies that he never saw her body after that, which makes no sense. If she had died, he would see her body dressed as Lolon after that, which would mean that he saw her dead body, because there's no way they wouldn't go looking for her body. She's way too high up of a figure for them to not go outside and search the castle for her body after that. I don't know. Too many suspicious things. I'm not entirely convinced she's just dead. But we at least know 100% Suide is alive and should survive this whole ordeal. This OP's so good. I think 3 is still my favorite, like I've said before, but I put 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 4 on the same level. And I think 3 is my favorite. And we also gotta figure out what Mao Mao's plan was, because the kids are now in a carriage out there, which is different from what Lee Haku said he could do. Lee Haku said he was gonna go bury them outside, but Mao Mao seemed to have somehow coerced him into bringing them into, like, that, maybe not carriage, whatever it's called, that little structure they had there. All the kids were in there. So, something is going on. I don't think these kids are dead either. Oh, it's all gonna be unfolded in this episode for sure. Good morning. Oh my god, Jinchi looks tired. Oh my god, look at the lines under his eyes. He's got a cut on it. Oh my god, Mao Mao getting up close and personal. Jesus Christ. She can inspect it. Oh my god, they did some very shoddy stitching there. That's crazy that Jinchi got that deep of a cut from Lolon. Like, that deep of a cut, and he just didn't even flinch when it happened. Oh my god. You can and should. That's your role after all. Yeah, she now knows guaranteedly who he is, and she cannot deny it, or try to push the thought away, or try to do whatever mental gymnastics she does to avoid thinking about it anymore. Yeah, Boston got in trouble pretty badly for letting Jinshi get a scratch on him. Damn, he looks exhausted. She's gonna do it for him. Their dynamic, man, it's so good. No one ever does, yeah. I granted a strange wish. Ooh. Also, that bruise on her neck is from when Shinmei hit her in the neck with the paddle. It bruised. I think that would mostly... You two were great friends. You two were great friends. Despite everything, even in the end there, you two were still friends. You reached out to try to stop her from leaving once, and then reached out again to give her your hairpin as a charm of good luck. Which, who knows, that hairpin literally might have saved her life. I don't know. I don't know if she's alive! Ugh! I need to see a body for confirmation. I will not be convinced unless I see a body. I've now, like, at the end of last episode, I was despaired because, like, oh, Shisui's gone, yada yada. But now, since then, we've talked about it in the Discord, and I've just been filled with copium. All the way to the brim. Also, Mama, you're not the best judge of when you're friends with somebody or not. You three were absolutely best buddies. Shaolin's gonna have... I don't even know what she's thinking. Oh. She loved it. In fact, it's not too... In fact, you two were so close, people started thinking that... It's not confirmed or anything, obviously, but people legitimately started thinking Shisui's gay for you. Myself included. That's how close you two were, and that's how the subtlety of some... I've talked about it before in previous episodes, but the subtlety of some of her actions and things like that, it just really gave that vibe, but obviously nobody actually... I don't think it's confirmed or anything. See? No blood came out of that. It all ended before I understood any of it. I think she's dead. And that hairpin, when she was dancing, that hairpin wasn't on display, but in that frame there, it's way too high up. She got shot like a little lower in the middle of the chest. I don't know, man. I'm coping so hard. Has to do with these kids, obviously. Whose faces are now covered, I believe. Hopefully that cloth isn't... I mean, I guess the recovery drug literally kills them, essentially, right? That's kind of the entire thing, is that the recovery drug literally, it kills you and then revives you later on. So I don't know if you would breathe during that time. So maybe they don't need air. Oh god, he's collapsing right there. Damn! Oh my god. Holy shit. Whoa. This is the least perturbed she's been to be put in a situation like this. She's not like, oh my god, I gotta get out of this, I gotta get away from him. She's just thinking, his hands are so cold. This is sincerely, I think, the least perturbed she has ever been to be pulled into a situation like this with Jinshi. Then why are you here? Forbade you from touching corpses. Yeah, they aren't corpses yet. Yeah, I think that immediately clarifies to you that they're not corpses. Yeah, Jinshi's not stupid, Mama. I think he's onto you a little bit here. But Mamo does not know that Jinshi made the agreement with Lolan that anybody who has died should not be pursued to be killed. I wonder if Jinshi... He's weirdly sharp like this sometimes. I wonder if Jinshi is going to go down that line of logic even for the kids who were here at this fortress. Like, these... Like, kids had nothing to do with... It's... I wonder how far he can take that loophole. That's my current thought process and what I want to know. I want to know how far can he take this loophole. Like, I understand people who were higher up, who Shinmei, like, ousted out of the Shi clan, those people are like way higher up and they have loyalty to the Empire and things like that. But kids, you can't really, how do you make a case for that? I don't know how that would operate. I don't know how that would work. I don't know how far he can take this loophole. My god, he's so exhausted. I ran into a bad person, aka fucking Shenmei. Make sure it doesn't scar. He's still holding her hand. Look at him. Look at him still holding onto her hand. I love this, man. Just, it truly is the atmosphere between the two of them is just so, it's such a feel-good atmosphere now. Take the beginning of the show and compare it to how these two interact now. It is night and day fucking difference between the two atmospheres, and I love it. Like, the atmosphere now is just so relaxing. It's so good. I love it. I love how that has been super subtly developed throughout the course of this show. What? You're much more than just that. Yeah, much more than just a man. Yeah, you're like one of the most important men. So be it. Am I the kind of man who would lose all his value from just a scar? This is obviously clearly something that is weighing on him now that he's taken up the mantle of the position for which his actual status is. I'm sure things like this really, like, I don't know about worry him, because he doesn't want the status that he has. He's made that abundantly clear. He's probably like over cloud 9 with the fact that Gyokyo had a son, which means that he doesn't have to become the next emperor. Like, with every fiber of his being, it's made it clear he does not want to do that. He hates being compared to his grandfather or who he believes is his father. He hates being compared to him. Like, he doesn't want any of this. So I wonder if he would. Okay. We're going down a different path with "is my pretty face the only value I hold," but I was equating this statement more to his status, where like, if he is like a king, took damage or something like that, would he lose his value? But he's talking about like how everything about him, he uses his prettiness to his gain and things like that, and he's obviously asking one of the most important people to him, if he lost his prettiness, would he lose all value in his life? Or would he lose all value as a person? You know it's big when Mao Mao says no. Like, I don't think he needs the opinion of anybody else now. I truly don't think, I doubt he'll ask anybody else. She is like the one person who he can trust her statements to not lie to him in a serious situation like this. And also, her opinion is definitely one that he cares about more than literally anybody else. Too beautiful. Making them focus on is she about to call out other good qualities he has? I like that, because he purposefully does. This goes back to what I said in an earlier episode, when everybody was looking at Mao Mao and Luomin and being like, oh, they're nothing alike. They're nothing alike at all. Like Mao Mao is nothing like her adoptive father. But then you cut to Jinshi, and Jinshi sees on such a deeper level how alike the two of them really are. And now you cut to this, where everybody just sees Jinshi for his immense beauty. But then you have someone like Mao Mao who can reach deep down and see so many different qualities about him as well. And even Lolon figured that out. Lolon, during their interactions, literally said, it would be so much easier if you were just a pretty face. Like, she even realizes how much deeper of a person Jinshi really is. True essence isn't flamboyant like his appearance. I love that cut from the pretty face to just this really exhausted person. That's probably much more valuable than his outer beauty. This is so fucking good. Oh my god. Mao Mao just breaking down, like, it's so good. Oh, this is so good. It is literally a parallel to earlier this season where Jinshi was looking on a much deeper level to Mao Mao and how alike she actually is to her adoptive father. And this is Mao Mao looking much more deeper to what everybody perceives as just his prettiness and seeing on a much deeper level what his character is. I love that. Is he having to hold himself back? What just happened? He immediately let go and threw his head back. I was going to hold it in. What? What? Hold back from, like, pouncing her? What? What do you mean? I think that statement about her calling him, yeah, you become more manly than before, that was just like a neuron activation. I bet you this situation was already hard for him to, like, because he's in such a, like, an intimate situation with the person he very clearly is in love with. So he was holding back from trying to, like, make a move on her or something like that. But I don't think he's gonna hold back anymore. Uh-oh. Oh no. And now she's trying to get away from the situation because Jinshi is actively making a move on her. Whenever he's not, she gets uncomfortable from these situations. Obviously, she's not really she's starting to take an interest in him, but she's not really interested in him like that yet. But like, you've noticed how much more comfortable she is around him. When they were just casually talking earlier, she was so touchy-feely with him. She didn't mind that he was holding her hand the entire time. She got up, touched his face, wrapped his head. Like, she's super comfortable around him now, until he does some shit like this. That's great. Look, it's just the lines under his eyes. Oh my god. What exactly? That is a great question, Mao Mao. Oh my god! Yeah, he's definitely not in his right mind right now because he's so tired. He's making a rash action because he is utterly exhausted. Oh my god. Okay, things got serious real quick. Are the kids waking up? They got a pulse back? It's one of them, yeah. One of them like twitched or something like that. One's back alive. It was the fucking resurrection drug. Oh my god. And now that we have that loophole in play, I think these kids will survive. Because before the biggest issue was, we thought she could have drugged them. Obviously, the possibility of her drugging them with the resurrection drug was entirely possible. Obviously it was possible, but the thing was we couldn't figure out what would happen after, because even if she did hit them with the resurrection drug, and even if they did come back to life, the reality was like, they're just gonna kill them, because they have to. That's what they have time and time again led us to believe, is that the kids and the women will die along with the She clan. That is an, like, irrefutable, unavoidable outcome. That's what we were led to believe over and over again. But now we have this loophole that Lolon has provided to Jinshi. I'm curious if that's how it's going to play out. But also, Mao Mao seemed to fully believe she doesn't know about the loophole that Lolon gave Jinshi. I'm very curious what Mao Mao's approach to this is, because Mao Mao seems to fully believe that Shisui had a plan, something she figured out before that. Maybe that loophole was a part of it, I don't know. But they're alive. It was medicine. All along, that sentence, it was medicine, was very something. Yeah, but later brings them... She must have gave them a very small dose for them to already be waking up again. Because as far as I understand, Suide, she took a while to wake back up, right? Ooh, is the sun coming up? They were awake all night? Oh my god. But she's going to hope that this gives them a chance at life, because if they had just been left there without being like taken out by the resurrection drug, they would have just been killed as soon as they got there, like, or they would have been apprehended and then killed later, one of the two. But now there is a chance that they can survive if Jinshi is able to work that loophole, because so basically Mao didn't know what would happen. All she wanted is to get the kids alive later. That's it. That was Mao's thought process. She wasn't thinking about what was going to happen after. She was just thinking about getting the kids out of that fortress alive. This is what I was brought here to do. Yep. There you go. There you fucking go. And now he can play with that loophole. They've already died, so that's crazy, because that innately means Shisui was talking about just people from the Shi clan who were ousted by Shenmei, her sister Suide, and these kids as well who she drugged with the resurrection drug. That one little loophole was to save so many people. Looks like I've been tricked by a fox. They're all waking up. Thank God, man. Oh, thank God, man. That scene with Kyoryu was like one of the most devastating scenes of this entire show. That absolutely fucking destroyed me when I saw it. Thank God he's gonna live. Thank God. That kid, man, he deserves to live. Oh my God. She's so focused that she doesn't realize what she just agreed to. Yep, they brought Suide. She's not handcuffed or anything. She is not handcuffed or anything like all the other soldiers were. Oh. Man, and she was just like in despair because she thought, I'm saying thought because I don't know if Shisui is fully dead. I'm not ready to, I'm still coping. But she was just in despair because she thought she died, and now she's been given something to be happy about, that the kids survived. The kids there, Kyoryu, etc., they survived. Oh, thank God, man. Thank God. I don't know what's going to happen to Suide and then from here on out. Hopefully Jinshi will be able to play with that loophole. I would imagine that's where this is going. They're going to live. I don't know where they're going to go, but I honestly wouldn't mind them coming to the rear palace like those kids. But obviously I don't think they're going to leave kids like that in the rear palace. But I wouldn't mind like Suide coming to the rear palace or something just to be safe and stick around. But I would imagine wherever those kids are going, Suide is probably going to go with. So, which means we probably won't see them anymore. Oh, we're back at the Verdiger's house. The new Crown Prince is being revealed? How long has it been? How long has it been? Because whenever Gyokyo had her baby, it was like right around when Mao got kidnapped and Jinshi was trying to like deal with all that shit. So it's been probably at most, if Mao is back now, like a month or two. Of course she can't. Gonna become the Empress. Yep, because she had the first prince, and well, the second prince, but the first one that survived. Well, actually, this would be the third prince. Jinshi's the first one, but that's, I would imagine for the rest of this story that is never going to be revealed. If I had to make a guess for the rest of the Apothecary Diaries, I don't think it's ever going to be revealed that Jinshi is actually the Emperor's son. Or it will, but it's going to be revealed in secret to where like only Jinshi and Mao know. I don't see a reality where the general public ever learns about that fact. They will continue believing that Jinshi is Kazue Getsu. Well, he actually is Kazue Getsu, but the Emperor's younger brother. I don't think that reality is ever going to change. Aww, you get to be an older sister. Really? Yay! Rather than returning to the pleasure district. Yay! He gets to stick around now. Yes, he was. Yeah, absolutely. And the people who threw him out are gone now, so I mean, yeah, why not keep him? Really? Yeah, he's probably got a stupid amount of work to do. Oh my God. Oh, really? So Luomin is there, but Mao Mao's no longer there. What? Really? Yes! Yay! So they're staying at, are they gonna stay at the Verdigris house? Oh, I'm so happy! Oh my god. I'm so happy. Oh my god. I'm so happy. Your bed, wow. So it like completely immobilized them for a while. All came back to life afterwards. Really, Kyoryu took the longest to wake up, huh? Oh, I guess because he took the medicine later, because Shisui read them all that little scroll, and then they all took it at the same time, and then Kyoryu took it much later, so of course he would take longer to wake up. He might have taken a higher dosage as well on accident or something like that. Oh my god! On one side of his body. I mean, so is Suide, right? But yeah, I don't think Suide is fully paralyzed either. She has also used her other hand. It is just not as great functioning, I'd assume. But he lost his memory. How, like, all of his memory? I mean, he called her Freckles now instead of Apothecary or whatever he called her before. But like, he should consider himself lucky that he came back from that state at all. I'm so happy he's just alive, man. And honestly, maybe it's a good thing that he lost his memories. He went through some traumatic shit with Shinmei and stuff, and seeing his mother and everything like that. He went through some traumatic stuff in that regard. So maybe it's better, but I don't know how much of his memory he lost. They just said he lost his memory. Names changed and lived on. Thank God, man. Oh my God, that's so good. I love her so much. Oh, this is such a good finale. She also took in Suide, really? That's crazy for for a duo to take in the person who almost assassinated her son. She has extenuating circumstances, and so she's being allowed to live. Yes, she has imperial blood. He should be raised apart from the other children, huh? This is probably the safest place in a way. I think they said that because the other kids would probably mention his mother or something like that. They don't want to complicate his like recovery because of the fact that he lost his memories, etc., etc. That's probably it. Yeah. Oh, they changed his name to. They changed his name to Cho. Some of the sound of his former name, I see. So he literally doesn't have any memory. Wow. So he seems to have maintained his, like, obviously his base innate personality as a person, but he remembers nothing. Even his name. Wow. What the hell was that? Oh, what the hell is she doing here? Indeed. Wouldn't sit well with me otherwise. Shisui Mama Shaolin. Or Shaolin. Oh no. No! No! That hurts my soul, man. That hurts my soul. She sent letters to them because she ah! Leave a message for her. It's good that she stays so positive. Did she get a job somewhere else, like Shaolin? She says that like they've been watching over her. Oh, but I guess Sekyu was already friends with Shaolin. That's right. I kind of forget that Sekyu had made a friendship with Shaolin and Mao Mao and Shisui. Oh man, these notes are about to be really sad, aren't they? If we read them. I'm glad we're getting this backstory here, or explanation to what happened with her. So she kept hanging out with her. isn't in the Root Palace anymore, or is working for another concubine, or what? Shaolin isn't what? Isn't what, Mao Mao? Isn't what? It's got to be like she's not in the Root Palace anymore or something like that, because she was in the baths and she had made that connection with that one concubine, so she might be working for her. But if she's working for her, she's still in the Root Palace, so I don't know what Mao Mao was trying to say there. Oh, and she's writing. I just clicked in my head that she's writing. Oh, she's writing. She learned to write. Okay, so she's officially leaving the Root Palace for good. It seems like she maybe didn't end up getting a job. There you go. Okay. Wait, that means we're never gonna see her again. No. Oh no. We're probably never gonna see Sui. Well, we might see Suide again. If she's with Aduo has now she pokes her head around occasionally, so we might end up seeing Suide again. But we're never gonna see Shaolin again, and I still don't know if Shisui actually died or not. The further this episode goes in, the more I'm willing to just cut my losses and stop coping, and just I come to the terms that she's probably actually dead. But I think they still haven't showed what the scene with the guard was. The guard very clearly walked over to a bush and saw a glint in the bush. The guard that came back, the one that had been originally guarding Mao Mao. She's still got the hairpins! Ah! Or the hair ties, I mean. Oh, you got... Oh. My fucking heart, man. I'm not a fan of what they just did to me. Oh my god. You know you had an impact on Mao Mao whenever she will cry for you. She legitimately didn't even cry when she thought Shisui was going off to her death, but she cried for Shaolin, knowing she's probably never going to see her again. And just like Shaolin being like, not knowing what happened, Shaolin being so ignorant to it. Not ignorant's not the right word. I guess ignorant is the right word, right? No, because ignorant means like you're purposefully ignoring signs, right? Whatever the word is for like, she doesn't know what's happening, or what happened, and just the innocent, like, I hope to see you and Shisui again soon. This sweet angel, man. I've been Mao Mao's best bud since episode 1 of the show. I don't care what Mao Mao says. They have been friends since episode 1 of the show. Whether Mao Mao had just used her for like gossip or whatever, she's been friends with her since the very beginning. She didn't open Shisui's letter. Could she be looking to give it to her? So let me cope. Damn, a lot of more time is gonna pass. Obviously, so we're in volume 4 of like fucking 17. There is 17 volumes of this light novel series, and we are in volume 4. Obviously, Mao Mao is going back to the Root Palace here sometime soon, but I just don't know what it'll be for this time. Maybe once Jinshi's done with work. Fuel my cope! Fuel it! She's alive! Yeah, I'm convinced now. That one statement convinced me. Anyway, as I was trying to say, Jinshi, once he's probably done with all his work, is probably gonna hire her again or something like that. Man. Can't sleep. I hope they never find her. Me too. I really hope so too, because that would possibly mean she's alive. Oh my god, she's testing it on herself. Whoa! Hello, Jinshi. He's back. Interesting that he's covering... Well, I guess maybe he's covering his face because he doesn't want the average person here to see him. But he kind of revealed... I guess he only revealed himself to the soldiers, right? Which rumors are obviously going to spread, but it's like he revealed himself to the most important army, not to everybody. Obviously, I would imagine rumors are probably going to start circulating soon, but he didn't fully reveal himself to the public. He just took up the mantle for, like, the highest of the highest people of the army. I forget what they had, like a really cool name, but like the Emperor's highest army, they now know who Jinchi is. A break. She's treating him as the best she can because she knows damn well if he buys Mao Mao again, I say buy, but like hires her again, she'll make a metric fuck ton of money. You can hear the coins. Oh yeah, still kind of a little marked there, but it's better stitching. Probably. Yeah. Makes sense. Old habits! She's fallen into old habits now she's back home. Oh my god! She doesn't remember making this promise! Oh, she's yeah. The okay, that's the promise he was referencing. He was referencing that promise because he talked about the ice treat ingredients. Yeah, she was supposed to wear his hairpin. Yeah, she doesn't have that anymore. I thought he was talking about like the hot water thing. We can continue this later, but no, he's not. We'll find it when... That is, in context, that is such a grim statement. She's saying if they find Lolon's body, we'll find it. Oh, because she told her to sell it. Or because Lolon said like, oh, I might sell it if you give it to me. And Mao Mao's obviously secretly hoping that because if they find it in the storefront, it means that she is either alive or somebody scavenged it off her body. So that would give her hope that she's maybe alive. Oh no! Okay, now we might be going to the other promise. Oh, never mind. That's it. I'm getting misdirected here. That was the other promise. He wants her to listen to the end, but now he doesn't know what to say. Now she's actually listening to him. You already know what I wanted to tell you. Yeah, his true role or his true status. Oh dear God. Whoa! Is he giving her a hickey right now? Ow! So he was more... Oh my God. Is this him like... Oh my God! Oh, is the scarring coming undone? Oh my God! Sorry to keep pausing, but this is so tense! Jesus! They're gonna get interrupted. Yup, knew it. I fucking knew it. She wasn't gonna push him away though. And this felt like different circumstances from back in episode 12, where their relationship would have changed in a bad way if he had actually gone through and done something. This felt a little bit different there. Oh. She's noping out of there immediately.
していつも邪魔が入る。
その兄ちゃんどうしたんだ？
お疲れなんだよ。はい、ジンの黒糖。
Brown sugar. Oh, bye bye, Cho. They were both outside listening.
寝床一つ用意して。こうはよく寝るやつね。
She was hoping he would make a move or something because then she could, like, you know, offer Mao Mao up as like a courtesan for him. We're skipping the ED for the second episode in a row.
お疲れのようですし。
よし。マリアはこれを使う。
人士様、花木ネイリですか、人士様。
She's just gonna continue her work over him. Oh, he actually went to sleep, man. Oh, that's adorable. So adorable. Oh, we got an ending scene here. Shisui?
はい、じゃあこちら商品お渡し。前取り。
おじさん。
Oh god. Just like knocked a bunch of shit over on my desk.
これってセミ？
古い時代によく作られた玉製のだよ。
玉か。
おい、商品だ。
Show her face, you fucks!
買うのかい？
Oh my god, her hair's long. I guess it's her just fully letting it down now. She's alive! Oh my god, she lived. Yes! Yes, she lived! Oh my god. And obviously, you know, she usually keeps her hair up as Lolon and Shisui, so letting her hair down is a good disguise. Never realized how long her hair actually is, though. She's just trading it! She's actually trading it! That's so good! Oh my god. Oh, she lived. She fucking lived. Oh my god. I wonder if what happened. I'm kind of curious. I want to make a possible theory here. We might never actually find out. It might be purposefully left up to interpretation what happened, but I wonder if that guard found her when she had fallen in that bush and he picked her up and then like snuck her away. Something like that. I don't know. Oh my god, she lived. Thank god. I don't know if Mao is ever gonna see her again, but she lived. Oh my god. Yep, it has a fucking bullet hole in it. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. And when she's falling backwards, I won't go back to it because it's the frame of frame that I used for the thumbnail last episode. If you go back and look at that, she's smiling as she falls back, probably because she realized the bullet did not actually hit her. Oh my god, we were all right. The weirdness of the fact that there was no blood that came out of that gunshot wound was in fact because the gunshot wound hit the tip of the hairpin. Oh my god. And then she must have fallen off and escaped with that guard. I bet you watch, that guard's gonna come into frame here and near something like that. They're gonna be like staying together or some shit like that. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm so happy she lived! Even if we may never see her again. Tamamo? It's a very similar name to Mao Mao almost. Tama like the Gyoku for jade and Mo as in seaweed. With blessings from the ocean. At this point, with the fact that she's she's gonna leave the country or something. No, come back! No, that's it. Oh my god, that was so good. That was such a good finale. Oh my god. So my guess, it's probably like I said, purposefully left up to interpretation, but I do fully believe that she the guard found her and then they escaped together. I fully believe that's what happened. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. She lived. Thank god. I hope one day maybe Mao Mao will go and visit Shaolin. I really hope that happens at one point in this series. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the Apothecary Diaries season 2. I'm pretty sure they already announced that there is a season 3 coming out. I'm fairly certain. But I don't even know what I have to say. This season was incredible. Like I said, I enjoyed season 1, but this is a 10 out of 10 season for me. Easily 10 out of 10 season for me. And the way everything came together, the way that things concluded, all the above, I mean, absolutely fucking incredible. The loophole they found, I actually wasn't displeased with, because my biggest issue and like what I was scared with coming towards the end of this arc was that they'd pull some bullshit out of their ass. They'd been building it up the entire time that everybody was going to die no matter what. But then Lolon presented that loophole that I don't think literally anybody could have possibly come up with. And yeah, I actually am very pleased with the loophole they found for keeping the kids alive, keeping Tsurude alive. Tsurude was probably going to survive no matter what because she has Imperial blood in her. And, you know, given the circumstances with her Imperial blood, they're going to be a lot more lenient with her. So she lives, the kids live. I don't know if anybody else lived. I would assume Jinshi used that loophole to the fullest of his ability for what he could do, found people who had been ousted by Shinmei, and probably tried to keep them alive if possible, or like tried to keep women and children alive and things like that. He probably tried to abuse that loophole to its fullest. But alas, incredible fucking season. Easy 10 out of 10 for me. Easy 10 out of 10. I'm so excited for season 3, but I'm also really scared now because all of our big players and characters besides like the ones from the Rare Palace, like Shaolin's gone, Shisui's gone. I mean, like I say all our big players are gone, but like the big bad, the big bad, aka Shinmei and the Shi clan, they're gone. I highly doubt we are ever seeing Shisui again. This is a goodbye to her. I don't think we are ever going to see her again. Especially if she's planning on traveling the seas and like going to a different country entirely. We're never gonna see her again. But look at this. This is the clearest cut showcase that Shisui is who she really is. I mean, she's just going around now and being herself. Like she's no longer has to be Lolon or anything like that. She just gets to go live her own life. No status, no nothing. Live her own life as Tamamao and be herself. She's no longer Shisui either. She's Tamamao now. Such a good conclusion. That was incredible. I really hope someone goes and visits Shellin though so she can know what happened. She deserves to know what happened, as sad as it is. And yeah, I could not be more excited, but I'm also very nervous, like I said, because I don't know where the conflict goes from here. Like what new conflict arises? This has been the big bad since the beginning of season 1. Like Shinmei and the Shi clan have been the perpetrators of everything that has happened since the beginning of season 1, or even before that. It's really been the Shi clan. But there might be more individual enemies. There's probably more minor enemies who aren't like an entire clan that have been building in the background. Like some of the mysteries throughout this first 2 seasons might have been alluding to a different person being involved or a different group or things like that. But for now, the biggest adversary and the biggest conflict has been settled. I'm so excited to see where the series is going to take us in season 3. Thank you all so much for taking this journey with me. I'm glad I was able to catch up here by the end of the season. For the last 2 episodes, I was finally able to catch up on YouTube and watch these as they released, which was very awesome. Anyway, such an incredible finale. I have nothing but positive things to say about this season as a whole. And yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up for my reaction to the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 24, or the finale of Season 2. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.